Chase Rothman is the waiter at his wife's big celebration. What's next, Chase? Dishwasher of the month. Boris's voice cut through the laughter at the table. Chase froze in the doorway, still in his waiter's uniform, plates balanced in his hands. Across the table, Celia sat glowing between her colleagues, smiling, until she saw him. Her smile vanished. Only if Celia knew who her husband really was, she'd be terrified and proud at the same time.
I want to see what kind of room you've reserved. Did you get the... Boris sneered, obviously thinking the same as Melissa. Why don't we just forget about it? Celia frowned. She wasn't sure if Chase was being serious or not. If this was a prank, then it would seriously embarrass her. Why did this guy cause so much trouble with everybody? Melissa, however, pulled Celia upstairs. Why leave now? Since your husband is so important, we have to go up and take a look. I want to see what this Supreme Ape Lounger is really like. On her cue, everyone followed immediately. The receptionist led the way, while Chase followed behind the crowd. He hadn't reserved the lounge to pick a fight with Boris. Mostly he wanted to impress Celia. Soon, they arrived at room 8 on the 3rd floor. When the 2 beautiful staff members opened the door and invited them in, everyone was shocked except Chase. It was only after they entered the lounge and saw the luxurious decorations, the expansive sound equipment, that they realized this was not a prank. What Chase had said was all true. Celia stared at her husband in shock and asked, Chase? How did you manage to get such a luxurious room here? Did you forget that Tim was with me? I just got him to do me a favor. Chase explained with a smile. When Celia heard this, she nodded in understanding. With Tim Sanders' influence, it was less surprising that he could do all this. Celia began to wonder why Tim had helped Chase so much recently. However, in front of so many colleagues, Celia decided to temporarily put the questions aside. So you can only do this thanks to someone else's help? Boris's face had been red with embarrassment, but after hearing this, he immediately snorted disapprovingly. Chase shrugged indifferently. It's better than letting some people down, isn't it? Hearing this, Boris and Melissa looked at each other awkwardly. Seeing this, Celia pulled Chase outside of the private lounge. Thank you for what you did, but can you stop rubbing in their faces? Didn't you say you were about to leave? I never meant to cause trouble. I'll be leaving right now. Have fun. Call me if anything happens. Chase nodded and left without waiting for Celia to respond. Celia didn't know why, but she suddenly felt a pang in her heart as if she looked at Chase's retreating back. She felt like she'd done something wrong. As for everyone else in the group, they weren't complaining about the lounge, whoever had reserved it. Nobody gave Chase a second look as they enjoyed themselves to their heart's content. Of course, because their lounge had been reserved by Chase, Boris and Melissa couldn't fully enjoy themselves. Celia was also preoccupied, lost in thought throughout the evening. After leaving the clubhouse, Chase had originally planned to take a taxi back to the hospital, but seeing that there was a rental bike on the sidewalk, he decided to get a little exercise. Halfway there, Chase's phone suddenly chirped with a text message. With one hand on the handlebars, he took out his phone to check its message and saw that it was from Celia. Sorry, I've been stressed out these past few days, so my attitude towards you might have been a bit much. I don't want to keep butting heads like this. I hope you can forgive me. Thank you for what you did today. Celia's message swept away his gloomy mood. His wife still loved him. At this moment, Chase felt the urge to laugh out loud. The anger and resentment he felt earlier was instantly replaced by joy and gratitude. Chase, who had lowered his head and was looking at his phone with a wide smile, didn't notice he was drifting in the middle of the road. He collided with a motorbike that had stopped at a red light. It was a good thing that the bike was stationary. The two men got off from the ground and dusted themselves off. The motorcyclist pointed at Chase and shouted, "Watch where you're going!" "Sorry, I didn't see you there. Are you hurt?" It was true. His negligence had caused the accident. Chase just hoped he wouldn't ask to exchange insurance. "Look at my arm. I think it's broken." "You broke my damn arm!" The biker examined the wound on his arm and stomped up to Chase in anger. "How about this? I'll take you to the hospital. Can I call you a taxi or an Uber?" Chase knew he was at fault, so he hoped if he helped them now, they settled the matter without involving lawyers. Hearing this, the man became even angrier, since Chase was trying to sweep it under the rug. "You know how much trouble you're in? If I am hurt, don't you dare think you could solve it by calling me an Uber." Chase was growing worried that this guy wanted to press charges. "Then how much do you think this broken arm will cost you?" "Whatever it is, I'll compensate you." "Well, look at you, a regularly good Samaritan. I guess today's my lucky day. How about this, wise guy? Since you're full of cash, let's say with medical bills, loss of work, and therapy, call it $20,000. Chase narrowed his eyes like he always did when he was angry. $20,000? Man, even if you have a compound fracture, you only get 1,000 charged tops. I'll tell you what, I'll give you $5,000, not a penny more. Hearing that, the man gritted his teeth and snarled at Chase. 5,000? Are you kidding? If you don't have $20,000 in cash right now, then don't even think about working something out. I'll call the police and say you tried to rob me. $5,000's what I got. You could take it or you could leave it. Chase picked up his bike. What are you gonna do? Ride me with a broken arm? I've got friends nearby. The motorcyclist fished out his cell phone and began to dial aggressively. Oh, now you're threatening to hurt me? Chase sneered and took out his phone to call Yolanda. Chase? Sorry, I meant Mr. Rothman. Why are you calling me so late? Yolanda just left the office and was walking toward her car when she received a call. Chase is fine, he said with a smile. Everyone he talked to today was either way too formal or way too casual. Hearing that, Yolanda Weston forced a smile and said, If you say so, you're the big boss now. You need something from me, right? Chase briefly explained the situation to her and told her to send over someone to help. Let me get this straight. You hit someone with your bike, he's threatening to start a fight, and you want to send our office team to back you up? They've all gone home, though. But I guess our company's delivery contractors are still in the warehouse. Are you sure you want me to do this? Yes. Get them, Chase said. And hurry. Yolanda shook her head and hung up the phone. Chase was the boss after all. Maybe this was a test or a team-building exercise. Chase stared at the angry biker. He was in too deep to back off now, and he had his fill of people looking down on him today.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.